The Dvořák biblical songs have been in my artistic heart for a long, long time. And I'd had copies of the Rubbra Psalms, for example, for years, looked at them, I recall, years ago, and this seemed like the great time to bring them out for this recording because there really is only the one previous recording of them by Kathleen Ferrier, actually from the 1950s. The Honegger Psalms I knew of and had heard but had never sung. And of course, they're the only non-English language on the recording. The Dvořák songs, interestingly, were published originally in Czech, German, and English. And then a couple of printings later, they added French. So very early, those songs had 4 languages in the publication. So I felt very good about using those English translations, that there's a certain amount of authenticity about that. And I believe also Dvořák wrote those when he was in New York in the late 19th century. The Sowerby songs I knew about, and I thought, wow, this would be terrific to involve my friend Noel Werner in this recording. And it seemed so right to do the recording here at Nassau Church, where Noel plays on occasion, and he's the director of music here. And so it began to come together. Then my good friend Laurie Altman, I asked him to write something, and he, of course, asked me, well, what text? And I thought almost immediately of the Isaac Watts hymn, "My Shepherd Will Supply My Need," which originally is entitled, "My Shepherd, You Supply My Need," which is the way he said it for me. And I had for any number of years wanted to do some recording with my friend Donald Dumpson, who is such a splendid, splendid musician, pianist, conductor, so wonderful with voices. He founded and directed our Westminster Jubilee Singers. I've sung with Donald a few times in churches, in his churches in Philadelphia. Once at Westminster, I think on a concert, I remember singing one song. So I got in touch with them and said, you know, let's put together a group of 3 or 4, didn't know exactly what, gospel songs at the end of this disc.
I shall wear a crown, I shall wear a crown, when the trumpet sounds, oh, when the trumpet sounds. I shall wear a crown, oh, I shall wear a crown, I shall wear a golden crown.
My idea early on in considering this particular collection of repertoire was to end the album with "How Can I Keep From Singing?" And once you hear the recording of it, you notice that it ends, but it seems to go on. And to me, that is vital to the concept of the album. That sense of foundation and unbounded time frame implies that time as it seemed not to begin. We don't see the beginning of it. Neither do we see the ending of it. And so, How Can I Keep From Singing is really about the art, the belief, the faith, God, however an individual wants to label it. In my case, I say that it's my faith. It continues on, the faith that we all share who believe in the Lord. How was this album compared to the others in terms of the rapport with my collaborators and the difficulty of the music and putting it together? I would say that it was easier for me in a way. I think perhaps because some of the music that I've just have had within me for so long, and JJ and I have performed, I think, over 30 recitals together. We've done now these 4 recordings together. There's generally less to be said than there has been in the past because each of us has a better sense of that partnership, which is, you know, an invaluable benefit for us.